Hello, and welcome to the Shadow Demon Talks. Today we have Sergio with us from NobleKnightSerge. Greetings.
Hello, everyone.
So, from looking at your channel, your primary focus for Digimon is the video games and anime, correct?
Yes, sir.
Um, so which games have you played so far, and are there any that you're looking forward to playing that you haven't?
Okay, so I haven't played many Digimon games. I remember playing one that like a couple of years ago for the GameCube, for the GameCube, not for the GameCube, for the Game Boy Advance. It was like this platform fighter where you collected orbs off the other combatants. It was based on Digimon Frontier, I believe. You would pick like a Goonimon or the human forms of the spirits. I didn't really play much of it because it wasn't really that interesting. I got kind of bored of it. My next experience with Digimon video games was actually with Cyber Sleuth, which is the one I'm playing right now, and it's super fun. I'm looking forward for Digimon Survive whenever that comes out. Hopefully, it does come out this year, and I'm looking forward to actually playing the original, the first Digimon World that came out for PS1. I've heard many things about it, many good things, many like things about being like it being really tedious, but I don't know. It seems like a fun game, and I think I'll enjoy it.
Right, and something I've actually learned recently that does make Digimon World 1 seem even more worth playing is that apparently Digimon World Next Order, which came out recently, is a sequel to World 1 of sorts.
Really
Yep, the story isn't so much a sequel, but some characters end up returning from World 1.
interesting. I'll have to check that one out after I check out World One.
So, when did you first get into Digimon, and did your interest die down at some point and come back?
When I first got into Digimon was oh uh, the Fox Box. Was it the Fox Box? I don't know. It was like when it first started airing over here in in the states. But the thing is, I live on border, so I spend most of my time either I spend it in the U.S. or I spend it in Mexico. I was I was able to watch it both as it was airing in Mexico and as I was airing in the states. So I grew up with like both of those. So yeah, it started with the original adventure, and I guess I watched most of the series as they were airing over here. The last one I watched as it was airing was Frontier, because I didn't watch Data Squad and Cross Wars until much later, because that's also when Digimon actually started dying out as a whole over here because of its popularity against Pokemon and other stuff. So it also died down with that, but then when I got Netflix, the original adventure was on Netflix for a while. So I watched it, and after I finished Adventure, I was like, oh, I need to watch everything again. So after I watched Adventure, this happened like 6 years ago. I watched O2 again, Tamers, Frontier, and barely 2 years ago, I started watching Data Squad and Cross Wars, and from there, I think it's been very steady with Digimon. I really love it. Also, Try helped a lot. Try helped a lot to get my love for Digimon back.
Right, I think Tri brought a lot of us back into Digimon. Um, so outside of the anime and the video games, do you have any interest in Digimon's other products, such as the TCG, the Digivices, and whatnot?
I've been wanting to buy one of the one of like the actual Digivices, besides the ones that are actually like $20 that you can buy like at a GameStop or something. I've been wanting to actually buy the anniversary ones, the ones that look like the original Digivices, but they're really expensive. So maybe one day I'll end up getting one of those. I am interested in the TCG because I play Yu-Gi-Oh at a quote-unquote sort of competitive level. I played Magic for a while. I've played the Pokemon TCG, and I played White Swords as well. So I'm interested to see how the TCG compares to other ones. So if that ever gets ported over here to the States, that would be great. And I really like the Digimon figures. Actually, right here on my desk, I have the ultimate images, Omegamon Merciful Mode, on one side, and on the other side, I have the model kit for Omegamon.
Uh, Omegamon and Merciful Mode. So the same Digimon, just different forms?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, speaking of the TCG, I don't know if you're aware, but the community for it is surprisingly thriving, considering there's no English release yet.
Huh. Interesting. They might be doing what Weiss Shorts does when there's no English release of a set, or they might just be playing it like that.
Possibly. I think most people are still really looking forward to English release, though. Um, Now, out of curiosity, because I think it's especially important information to for the Digimon community. How does your Digimon content fare for streaming and videos and whatnot compared to everything else?
Uh, well, for sure, my most viewed video on my channel currently is the cover I made for the Digimon 2020 opening. That for sure is my most viewed. But comparing it to the rest of my content, the top my top 7 favorite Digimon and my Cyber Sleuth streams are probably some of my weakest ones. And I don't stop streaming Cyber Sleuth, and I'm not gonna stop making Digimon content just because they're my weakest stuff. I really enjoy like all the quote unquote hidden lore that the series has, and I know there's a lot of people that also enjoy Digimon. So just because it doesn't hit the mark with everyone, I know that it does hit the mark with some people, and that's enough for me to keep making Digimon content.
Right. I mostly bring it up because for those of us that do make Digimon content, it is very much a passion of ours, as I'm sure it is with you, and we love the community. But sometimes I think it's a decent reminder that it is a niche franchise and the community definitely needs to go above and beyond to support its creators at times in comparison to, say, a Pokemon or a Smash Brothers content creator.
Uh, I know a lot of people have been like trying to get their hands on Last Evolution Kitsune through illegal means, and whenever I see that, I'm like, please stop. We need to support this. We need to support this community as much as we can, and with people like you just trying to get their hands on the illegal stuff, it doesn't support the creators at all, and it doesn't show that we really want more stuff out of this community, out of this creation that they have.
Most definitely. Although I do think that it's not a big problem. I have noticed a lot of people, like when Kazune was first supposed to get its English release, a lot of people were really excited to purchase tickets, and there was a pretty big disappointment when it got postponed.
Yeah, remember when the tickets first went live? for the original showing. I bought them. I had my money ready for them, and the moment the tickets went on sale, I bought my tickets. And just a couple of days or like a week before, it just everything closed down and quarantine started, and I was like, ah, this sucks.
Right. Getting that getting that refund notice was pretty disheartening.
It,
Um, so you said that you were able to watch the anime as it came out both in America and in Mexico. Were there alternate dubbings? Because I know sub versus dub is a pretty large debate in the community.
oh yeah, definitely there was a lot of differences. Obviously, if you've seen the dub, you know the story doesn't change that much. It is mostly true to it, but there's a lot of scenes that do get changed just for either comedic effect or because bringing stuff from the east to the west back then was totally different. So obviously there was like some translation stuff that got changed. But actually for the Latino dub, it actually is mostly true to it. There's a instead of having the American opening, which is the Digital Monsters, Digimon Champions, we have a version of Butterfly, and it has the original music playing as well. And didn't really change much like the English dub did. It mostly stayed, I want to say like 98, maybe even 100% true to it.
Hmm. Interesting. It's it's definitely something that even though people like to talk about the sub versus dub debate, they really don't consider other languages and how different countries handle translations.
Yeah, it is weird when sub versus dub comes onto the table. It's usually always the original versus the English. But I guess that partly has to do with English being like such a big language in the whole world, being like, I think the second biggest language or even the first one.
I at least always hear that the primary language in the world is Chinese, although I don't really look too deep into it.
Yeah, me neither.
Um, so you said that you were playing Cyber Sleuth.
Yes, I'm taking my sweet time with it. I think I'm barely like in chapter 15, even though I got it like around February.
Um, it's a interesting game. And do you plan on just continuing straight on into Hacker's Memory afterwards?
I'm thinking about it. I do want to do a bit more research on Hacker's Memory because for me, from what I've seen, it looks like just like an expansion or a DLC. But I have heard people say it is its own full game. It's a side story, but it's still a full game. So it's like that's sort of what has me confused about it.
Uh, how to say it? It more or less completely steals nearly every area and most models. It's pretty much it's all story. Everything new is a story. There's a little bit of new areas, a little bit of new characters and everything, but it's mostly the story that's new.
I do know that there's also some Digimon in Hacker's Memory that weren't in Cyber Sleuth, and that's mostly also why I want to get it because I know Susanumon's available in Hacker's Memory, which actually I think that's a lot excited for Susanumon, and maybe actually being able to get Blackboard Greymon because that was one of my biggest disappointments with Cyber Sleuth was the fact that the only way to get Blackboard Greymon and Black Metal Garurumon was that you had to pre-order the game, and if you didn't, well, too bad.
Right. I think they did the same thing with Hacker's Memory as well. I remember in one of the games I was really disappointed I couldn't get Beelzemon's Blast mode.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he was also locked behind that wall. I know for the Switch, I believe that all DLC comes with the version.
Yeah. I was thinking of buying the Switch one, but I was like, I already have Cyber Sleuth on my PS4. Might as well just get Hacker's Memory as well for PS4.
All right. I think another option is the Steam store. I think the last time I checked, they had it for half off.
Oh yeah, the Steam Summer Sale. I might end up checking that out.
Um, so do you have any future plans with your channel or your streaming?
Oh shoot, sorry, hit my mic. Specifically, any future plans? I think I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing right now. Take it easy, go with the flow. Um, Maybe if I end up getting to 200 subs, do a face reveal or something. But I don't really have any plans. I do have more Digimon related content planned, some more covers. I kind of want to do Butterfly. I'm thinking of doing an English cover or actually covering the Spanish one. Um, but as in any plans, also streaming. I used to stream on Twitch, but now I've been streaming a lot on YouTube just because like it hits uh, it it's able to hit my audience more. So that way, like people don't have to follow me on two different platforms to catch the streams and catch the videos. They can just catch everything on the same platform. So moving everything from Twitch to YouTube and just doing what I've been doing.
Right, it sounds good. And lastly, is there anything you want to tell the Digimon community?
Support the main product that comes out. If you're able to, if anything comes out in Japan, obviously, because that's where everything's going to be coming out. And if you have the chances to actually buy the product from over there and get it shipped over here, I do recommend doing that. Because buying from third party, it doesn't really support the main people that much. Um, Also, don't get discouraged when people call Digimon a Pokemon ripoff or a Monster Ranch ripoff or something. Just keep your cool and either educate them or just be like, haha, yeah, sure, whatever you say. I'm cultured swine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just keep your heads up. If we keep supporting the creators, we'll get more Digimon. That's hopefully not more nostalgia bait. Even though I do love the Digimon 2020 reboot, it has been so good.
Right. All right, that should wrap things up. Until next time, guys, stay wholesome.